We could start a conspiracy theories podcast, but that'd be really bad for my mental health.
Hello and welcome to Coffee Milk. I'm Mark Laporte.
And I'm Mitch DiPaolo.
Today, crazy episode. I got heists. I got something cool with Nvidia. I got some auto GPT stuff. Don't know what you got, but I am amped up. What do you want to talk about first?
I want to talk about the Nvidia stuff first.
A couple weeks ago, we talked about, I can't even remember if we talked on the pod or if this was just us talking before the pod, but when we were talking about AI, what's next? What's the one thing that we don't have? I said text to video, or when they can get video, will be okay. I mean, you have some AI things where you put in a blog article and it creates a video because of the blog article, but it's standard footage. They didn't create it kind of like Midjourney creates the pictures. I wanted to create video based on text. Well, Nvidia just did it. I don't know is it Nvidia?
I think it's Nvidia.
I say Nvidia.
Nvidia, yeah.
But they just, I think I'm reading this from a couple of days ago, but they created a text to video software. I don't think it's released yet, but I was impressed. I read the article, was psyched because now there is no excuse as to why you're not producing content. It can already create a blog article for you. It can already create pictures for you. Now it's doing video. So you've hit every major platform with everything.
Yeah.
Shit, what a time to be alive. I've just psyched.
I'm thinking about it right now. Like, pretty soon we're going to have video, music, text, and images. So you can create a blog with images and a video, all generated by AI with its own intro generated with the music AI. Yeah, this is going to be insane.
The music's gotten crazy too. Did you see? I think the guy's name is Drake, or they've been creating songs.
Yes, I did. Drake. I heard about that. I don't know exactly what song it was, but I heard it actually created some controversy. It wasn't actually Drake that was making it. It was somebody else. Yeah, and people were getting really upset that he was using his voices because it sounded so real that people thought it was him.
Heart on My Sleeve. I don't know if that's the program or if that's the song.
I think that's the song.
It says, uses AI to simulate Drake in the weekend. Artificial intelligence technology can now create songs that sound like they're working the work of real artists. Actually, wow. So now I'm going to Google Heart on My Sleeve because this might...
There was actually a song with, I think it was Kanye West and Jay-Z that I put in my first newsletter for the Weekly Dump. That was also generated by AI.
JC, that was the other guy.
Yeah, I listened to it, and it was insane. It sounded real.
And it's got background music and everything.
Oh, yeah, their voices, all of it.
Everything.
It sounds great. Yes, all of it. I believe, yeah.
Jim Jones is trending. I'm sorry. I get very sidetracked. Okay. Wrong Jim Jones. I was like, this guy died 30, 40 years ago. You know about Jim Jones?
No.
I
might, but...
Cult leader from California, brought everybody to a place in South America onto a big thing called Jonestown, and then
enforced the Kool-Aid.
Yes,
Post Malone made a song about that. I think we actually brought this up in one of our really early episodes.
Oh, you know what?
Jonestown.
He came up with a song about Jonestown?
Yeah, it's called Jonestown, and you know how when artists drop an album, they sometimes have a thing in the middle called like interlude. He had a song, and it was all about like drinking the Kool-Aid, basically, and it was just like a really I don't know the genre of it.
I don't know what genre,
but it was like a song about that
offshoot of whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, we're doing the music.
Maybe he was trying to send a message in some way.
Yeah, keep drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
No. Back to Nvidia. So that's my thing. It's text to video. I saw one video. I think they have it right here on their homepage, but they were just talking about create a scene with the beach and the sky and everything. You saw the waves crashing. It was kind of like super time-lapse fast because it went from day to night in about 5 seconds, but it was absolutely astounding.
Okay, so is it not... It's not really like a smooth 30 FPS or 60 FPS video that you would take. It's more of like a flicker,
No, it was smooth. Oh. I was just saying it was just a fast time lapse. Oh, okay. It probably did 9 hours in 4 seconds.
Yeah, I was saying that because I've seen text to video models before, and most of them are more of like a flicker.
Oh, okay. Just taking static images. Almost like a flip book.
Almost a video, close to it.
This is amazing.
But you're saying it's like a smooth...
Oh, yeah. It was as if it was literally taken by a Canon video camera.
Wow.
A tripod.
That's
it was
incredible.
It was beautiful.
Oh, Wow, so we're gonna have all those prompts like we do in Midjourney, where you can ask for like a 6mm lens or a vintage camera. Wow, or like a fisheye video.
Yeah.
Oh, something I saw that was really cool was, I don't know the name of the game. I'm gonna look it up and stick it in there. But someone came up with this hyper realistic video game, and I tell you, when you look at the footage of people playing this game, if you ever watched videos on YouTube of people playing airsoft in abandoned buildings or paintball or something like that, it looks like a scene straight out of a YouTube video of someone playing paintball. It looks so real, and it blew my mind. It's like Call of Duty or any of that on steroids.
Really?
Like when people like get shot in the game, it's a first person shooter. When they get shot, it's not like a normal like just animated kill. Like everything is like moving around,
Super
breaking down doors. Yes, it is incredible, and like it just came out. I saw it on Twitter the other day.
Look it up.
But
I love what we come in the video game industry, because I remember Nintendo or playing Nintendo, and I was always thinking, wow, it'd be really great if you could go outside and really just experience the village and experience past that. And then they came up with EverQuest and World of Warcraft, and that stuff was amazing to me. And now I'm like, well, I wish you could do more and be more realistic. And now here we are. It only took till I'm 40, but it reminds me in that episode of, or in that movie Step Brothers, where they're like, imagine night vision goggles. Imagine if we had them when we were kids. Even better, we got them when we're 40. That's how I feel about video games.
Unrecord, I think, is the video game name. It looks like it's straight out of a camera. It's insane. Blew my mind.
What makes me excited about whole text to video is now you're just creating a whole new era of directors. I mean, James Bay, that's the guy who created Avatar, right? James Bay, Michael Bay. No. James Cameron. James Cameron created Avatar, and he had to have spent $1 billion on that franchise, or maybe even more, because he needed all this technology for the CGI work, everything like that. Now you got text to video, and pretty soon people are going to be able to make full feature films for the cost of, $100. All you need is just really good AI, a great script, which you can have AI write. This is just
when
awesome.
do you think we're going to start seeing AI-generated movies on, like, Netflix?
Okay, well, I say we call that text-to-video thing. So when we talked about it, I said it'll happen within 2 weeks, or we'll hear about it in 2 weeks, and sure as shit, 2 weeks later. So I say, I don't know, 3 months.
I was literally going to say 3 months. You took it out of my brain.
Great minds think alike. Say
3 months?
I don't know if it's scary that we're in sync. I don't think you want to be in sync, to my mind. I'm just messed up.
Well, I don't know.
3 months.
Have you heard of Maxine?
No.
No? Okay, so it's this thing for online video calls. They're saying they're going to improve online video for everyone. So what they do is they send your online video from you being on Zoom into an AI, and it does whatever magic it does in there. And so you could basically sit on a Zoom call for work with bags under your eyes, pajamas on, and
oh god, it's like
makeup catfishing down your face, and it'll basically transform you into perfect posture. You will have good inflection in your voice. You will always make eye contact with the camera.
Wow.
It does a couple other things, but it basically just turns you into like the perfect posture, perfect person on a video call.
And this is Maxine?
And it's in real time too. Yeah. It's called Maxine.
Okay, so you're not uploading footage. It's you do it as you're doing like the Zoom, or has its own Zoom?
Yeah, I believe you could probably upload footage to it, but I think it works similar to like Nvidia RTX voice, where like you have it on your computer and then it
does it real time.
Real time. Yeah.
Yeah, Adobe has that with the Adobe Podcast. We're on the beta program, but that's what they use for the...
That blew my mind. I'm not sure if it's actually out yet, but like, that is insane, man.
It's like just super catfishing almost.
It is, yeah.
Oh yeah, put this filter on me. Oh, look at my cheekbones now. Meet the person in real life. Oh shit. Wow, might be able to give me hair.
Can you hear? Do you have to put suntan lotion on your head?
Yes, actually, I do. Especially when I weld, too. I got to have a hat on.
Do they make special suntan lotion for your head or no? Yeah, we should sell that, right?
Oh, my God, I don't...
That's why I was asking you.
Wow.
I was just going to say.
SPF 9000 for the top of your head.
Protect your brain from unwanted gamma rays from the sun.
Well, I noticed a bunch of the older guys at church, they got like sunspots on their bald crown thing like I have. You know, I got the hair all around the sides, but I'm really thin up top. Yeah, and they have sunspots on top of their head. Bald men, and then if you
It's got to be a thing. You just haven't looked it up.
Okay, we're going to look up bald head sun... Oh, shit.
It's definitely a
Sunscreen. Be bald smooth. Sunscreen for bald head. The bald man's guide to sunscreen. Wow.
We just found a new niche. Bald heads.
Yeah, right? Shit, why didn't I ever think about that? That's really good. Let's get more distracted. So, Maxine, it's almost like, what the hell's it? Iron Man. Have you ever seen Iron Man? They got the AI in there. It's just, you've never seen Iron Man.
No. Yeah. Yeah, I'm nuts.
Have you seen any Marvel movies or any DC movies?
Definitely like one, or two maybe, but I cannot
Not into that.
Not
It's
name
not into movies.
or remember which ones. I'm not into those movies, I guess.
What do you like?
Um,
What do you watch?
I like documentaries on Netflix.
How to Make Money.
Oh, I saw that. How to Get Rich.
Yeah, that's the one. How to Get Rich. And holy shit.
I didn't watch that one yet.
It doesn't.
What is it like?
You know how you just hover over the title and it kind of gives you like a snippet and view of
Watch that.
what I saw? It just looked like it was a shrink talking to couples about their finances and how you shouldn't argue about finances. And it was like this guy and this girl and husband and wife. They had a joint checking account, but now that she's working, they have a separate checking account. And apparently they argue about money, and the woman was getting all defensive. And he's like, this is what happens. We talk about money, and she gets all defensive. And then the therapist's like, well, you're not doing yourself any favors by talking, so just shut up and let me talk to her, because I guess therapists want to get to the core root of the financial problems. But it was, I don't know. Just by judging about that, it just looked like a therapy session, so I don't really care for it, but I may check it out.
Yeah, I just scrolled over it. I didn't really watch it.
It's a documentaries.
I don't know what do I like to watch. I'm terrible at like naming that stuff.
And no TV shows or anything. Just always.
No, I haven't watched TV in a long time.
Oh, I don't watch TV. I just kind of put on something in the background. Like right now, it's Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah, that's great.
It's just, I don't know, that's funny. Sorry, just a quick side note was, you know how with AI, teachers across the country are upset and they're like, well, how are we going to distinguish from AI versus the student? Well, one person, you know, when you ask a question to ChatGPT and then it says like, I am an artificial intelligence. I don't know about this, but here are some examples of it. That whole first sentence, the guy copied and pasted the entire report, and he left that first sentence in. So the teacher just circled it and gave him a big F. It's like, you're going to be able to figure it out because people are too lazy to actually proofread their own work.
Wow, that is insane. That is absolutely insane. I can't believe someone would be that dumb.
Yeah, I mean, the first sentence, I always read the opening. It's like if the opening is good, I just assume the rest is good. Of course, I had to put in a rephrasing tool a couple of times and maybe tweak it.
And then you got the teachers who are like over here using these AI detection tools on everything, and they're like, oh, this is AI. Little do they know, if you put the Constitution into it, it's AI.
That's what I'm saying, because on my website, I took a couple of the articles I wrote and I put it, and it said 87% artificial intelligence. I was actually pretty excited about that because, hey, it thinks I'm good enough to be like artificial intelligence because I'm not intelligent at all.
Yeah. That's the part. I think the part people underestimate about this is like they're still looking at it as like a machine and like a way to cheat in a way, but it's not. This is an insane breakthrough.
Yes, it's just like having 100 research assistants next to you and just a billion people under you. Instead of hiring people, you could just have AI do everything for you.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot about how people are losing their jobs.
Yes.
Like writers and even lawyers.
Well, there's what
for certain things.
ask a lawyer, or it was on Product Hunt the other day. I know I have it bookmarked, but
That's scary.
it's a whole no. It's progress.
It is progress. Yeah, it is. It is. Because then those people are going to have to find a job to do something else and hopefully benefit the world in a better way.
That's how it happens.
Yeah.
When the internet came and we laid off a whole bunch of workers, they found better jobs because they got more experience in something different. Just because you take away hundreds of jobs doesn't mean you're not going to create thousands of jobs in some other form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not always doom and gloom.
No. And people always, in today's day and age, that's how everything is presented. It's all doom and gloom.
Yeah.
And sure, AI, yeah, it's a scary subject. You got Elon Musk and all those other people be like, we're going to stop this. Well, you create it and now you're just screwed. This is the new normal now.
Yeah.
There's amazing things from it. There's a woman who, her breast cancer apparently has been detected through AI.
Wow.
4 years before it's about to appear.
Wow.
Or something like that. I have to pull up the article, but yes, the AI kind of looked at scans and said, you will have something here, and
Yeah.
they can treat it, I guess. I don't know.
Wow.
So think about all the breakthroughs in just pharmaceuticals or drugs or cancer research, just all the good.
Yeah, it's already being used in like all those fields. It's insane.
That's why
It's been being used.
if you're not learning to use it now, you're gonna be left behind, and everything is advancing at such a
My
pace.
gosh, I cannot describe enough how much of a negative feeling I get when I'm scrolling through Twitter and I hear people say, "Oh, don't use AI content. You're gonna, for whatever they're saying you're gonna use it for, they're saying you're gonna get in trouble or penalized for using it." And I think that is the biggest load of horse poop ever, because it's like, how do you detect, like, if you actually know what you're doing with the tool, how do you decipher if it's AI or not?
Exactly.
And we are in the very early stages.
Oh, 100.
Well, not very early, because GPT-3 has been out for like a while.
No, we're still in the early stages. This is just like the beginning of Bitcoin. It
Yeah,
took till 2017 for something to really pop.
Yeah, it's like if it can generate all this text and you can maybe get it to be a little bit better by changing your prompt or going in and editing it yourself after, and they've already accomplished the huge task of getting it to make the text in the first place, like, they're going to be able to make it better.
Yeah, you got. I see that argument all the
It
time.
already is.
Yes. You got the argument with people on Twitter. You got those guys who are like, I don't use AI content. And then you got other people who would never use it that now will create new sites using it and seeing what happens.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing some crazy numbers to those sites because they're doing it right. Since they already created the site, then they're like, okay, I know I need to get the keywords. I need topical authority. I need all this stuff. So when they create new sites, the AI produced 100 articles in a matter of like 4 hours. So it already had 100 articles on the site. I don't know how you can't get dinged by Google from that, because I would assume they would see that as spam maybe. But Google also said recently that they're changing and they don't really care if it's artificial intelligence as long as it's good content. Google doesn't even know how to keep up with this. So
Yeah.
you're just going to see updates from them. But I think if you're not utilizing it, then you're
falling behind for sure.
100%. It's going to take you forever to research your
yeah.
own article.
It's insane. It's like, once you learn how to use it correctly, you become a good writer in the snap of a finger. And then you don't only become a good writer,
You got a researcher.
you become a printer.
A money printer.
Well, yeah, if you put it in the right spot. You hear about the new Twitter that's coming out?
What do you mean?
It's called Blue Sky.
No.
And just so I'm not wrong on this, Jack Dorsey made Twitter, right?
Yep.
Okay, so now he's coming out with Blue Sky. And I just signed up for the wait list. I actually have to check my email, see if I got in.
Oh, so it's not Twitter is switching to Blue Sky. Blue Sky is...
Blue Sky is completely new. It just came out, I guess, or has been in the works, and is more surface now.
Really?
'Cause I just heard about it, yeah.
Where the hell did you hear about that?
I'm just here.
BlueSkyWeb.xyz?
Yes, and it seems like he's also going for the same everything app kind of business model that Substack is kind of going for right now.
They're all trying to figure it out.
Yeah, it seems like we got a little race going on. It's pretty interesting.
Elon's going to win.
I think he will.
Elon.
His rocket didn't win, though.
It didn't, but it did.
It did. No, he accomplished his goal. That's what I tell to people who, like, say, oh, it blew up, he failed. It's like, no, like, he's going to space. This is a giant thing to accomplish. So, like, just getting the rocket into the atmosphere and seeing how it operates and collecting the data on just that flight is going to help them tremendously.
Wait, it got out of the atmosphere, didn't it?
Yeah, I didn't know where.
Well, they're those, like, 5 spheres or something.
Yeah, it went up a lot higher than people are saying it.
I mean, 4 minutes on a rocket. Yeah, I would assume you're, like, halfway out there.
Yeah, I heard it's, like, not that long to space.
It never seemed that way when I watched. See, you were never around for the times of the space shuttles. So, like, you never saw that stuff on TV.
Yeah, no, I never did.
That was really cool. I always enjoyed
watching. Well, now I'm seeing it scrolling through Twitter. We could start a conspiracy theories podcast, but that'd be really bad for my mental health. Like, so bad.
That's going in, and that's going to be the beginning of the episode right there. We could start a conspiracy theories podcast, but that'd be so bad for my mental health.
I can't wait to see where all the social media platforms end up in about a couple of years. I think everyone's going to have their own website. I wonder what that's going to do to rankings, too, or, like, Google.
I think it's just going to be...
Is it going to turn Google into also a social media platform, or...
Google's the $10 million question for me. I have no idea what they're going to do.
It seems like they've kind of had an epiphany of, why are we making an app and keeping our audience in this app when we can expose our audience and all of their content to the internet?
Google's that one thing. Again, I don't know what the hell it's going to do. It's got a whole bunch of tools, so I mean, yeah, that's useful, but... there's so many things coming out and really competing with them. It seems that they just got so big that they can't innovate or can't keep up. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, they're big, so they're slow moving. That's why OpenAI made them jump, which is because they focused on one thing, and the one thing that they knew they needed.
That's why I don't understand why social media companies want to try everything. I feel it's amazing in a way, because sure, I'd love to have everything.
Because they all want the whole pie. They all want everything.
You're gonna mess something up.
They're obsessed with the numbers in them.
Well, that's how you grow, and that's how you make money. And everyone wants power, control, and money. But crazy. So speaking of power, control, and money, you know, Zoic, that's the platform I use for my advertisers on my website.
Yes.
They had a crazy thing. I actually just read about it a couple of weeks ago. I want to bring it up, but I kept forgetting. So every month they get money from like Google and then their advertisers and stuff. So Google pays out once a month, and there was a guy that worked for Zoic who decided 1 month he was going to change the routing number and checking account that Google's deposit was going to go into. And he did it for his own checking account. So I think it was $9.5 million in one day goes into his account. And he wanted to buy gold. So he called up a company and convinced them for a $9 million transaction for gold bars. And the company gave him the form, everything, filled everything out. 3 days later, though, I believe the gold company got a fraudulent charge on that transaction. So, because it's a big transaction, they called the local police and the FBI, and then the FBI arrested him. But apparently that $9.5 million was almost gonna put Zoic out of business.
Wow.
Like, that blew my mind.
So they had to like fight to get it back immediately.
Yes.
Or else like they had no other option. They just had to get the money back.
Because I believe that $9 million, most of that was going to the publishers.
Yeah, with people like you.
And that was gonna bankrupt them.
That is wow.
Yeah.
How do you think he was gonna get away with that?
That's the other question.
Oh, let me just put my bank account right here. Thank you. Like,
if it were Office Space, and the genius of that movie Office Space was they had an idea, transactions that come across, it goes to like, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of a penny. So it's, you earn $78.92 and 380 millionths of a penny. Well, they just round that up or down, depending on where it's at. but instead of rounding it, you take that money and you put in an account. So it's just like the take a penny, leave a penny. You're just taking a penny, but thousands of times over a day. So over the course of a couple months, yeah, you've accumulated something and nobody's the wiser because it was small amounts. Here you're taking one large lump sum and somebody's going to be like, hey, you know what? We usually get a deposit on the 10th and we didn't get a deposit on the 10th, so something must be wrong.
Yeah, that guy is insane.
He's a dope. I consider that guy the moron of the week.
Yeah, definitely.
Good for him for, well, I hate saying that.
And he's like, what is buying gold gonna do? Erase your trail?
I mean,
What?
yeah,
And did he leave after? Did he stay at his Zoic? Did he try and show up to work the next day?
I believe he did.
Oh my God.
I believe he just did everything as usual.
He is so dumb.
Yeah, I just can't with.
What does he think? That a Zoic just has a stockpile of billions waiting to be paid out? It's like, no, that money goes to other things.
But that's the crazy part. Something like one payment from Google would have bankrupted them. That's like people living paycheck to paycheck.
That just goes to show the economy right now.
You have no idea what company could go under at any time. That's
scary.
That's the crazy part. I mean, publicly traded companies, you can see what cash is on hand and stuff. So you kind of have an idea, but...
Wow.
Okay, so from the $9 million theft, this is going to be like heist week. I'm all excited because there was a gold heist in Canada 4 days ago on Monday at an airport. They stole $20 million worth of gold and other valuables.
Wow.
And I love a good heist. I don't know why. It's just they're amazing.
Have you watched Money Heist on Netflix?
Yeah, damn.
So good. It was so good. Even if it was dubbed, I don't care.
Yes. Okay, so you didn't do the subtitles. You did the dubbed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I did too. I can't. Subtitles are one thing. I don't mind reading, but while I'm watching TV, I like to do a billion other things, and I can't be doing a billion other things if I have to read subtitles on the. You have to focus on the TV. So, yeah, fantastic movie. I love bank heists like that.
It was great.
Good movie, Inside Job. Denzel Washington.
I think I might have seen that, but don't really remember.
I don't want to give it away, but wild. So these people, they don't know what happened was. Cargo plane came. They had a couple of crates. One was of the gold, and that crate, or 3 crates, were just taken out of the airport and stolen. Like, how lax is your security that some guys can steal $20 million? So
wait a minute. So how'd they get the gold? The gold was in shipment, and they got it in shipment?
Yeah, no, the gold just came off the airplane. Usually they put it at these places. It's kind of a tax haven, and I forgot the name of them. But it's a very unique thing. Rich people will buy pieces of art, $20 million, $30 million. Now, once you actually take possession of it, you pay taxes, and it's like a taxable thing.
Yeah.
So there are these buildings around airports that act as kind of an intermediary where you're not really taking control of your property, so you're not paying taxes on it. It's just in this facility, and it's just like a weird tax shelter. So I think the gold was going to go into something like that, but apparently there's a lot of gangs in Toronto or something that work at these airports, and if anything good comes, they tell these people, and the people come and they steal it or have a great heist.
Wow.
I didn't think Canada was like this. I mean, I thought those were our friendly neighbors to the north.
Yeah, I thought they just drink maple syrup.
That's about it. Give me a double and some maple syrup, eh? So,
Yeah.
I think the nearest, that's the largest the largest heist in Canada's history. And I think the previous one was in 1952, and it was $215 million of gold was stolen at Malton Airport. During that time, it was 6 wooden boxes of gold. It was taken from a steel cage.
Oh, man.
That's why it has to be an inside job. I mean, if you're not killing anybody and nobody got hurt, then somebody's got keys. You're probably going to see it all on video camera because
that's good.
Get away with everything.
That's good. No one got hurt. Yeah.
Actually, I didn't even read that. I would assume nobody got hurt because I read about the article on Wednesday and they said it happened Monday. So I think it took 2 days for them to realize the gold was even missing. Oh, it's 20 million Canadian. It's only 14 million American.
since we're a little bit off top, we're not off topic.
Yeah.
I don't know. You hear about the new Starbucks coffee drink infused with olive oil?
What the shit?
Yeah, they really messed up on that.
What?
Yeah. So you know how they have in Starbucks, you get like that foam on the top sometimes.
Honestly, I've had Starbucks twice in my life, and it's overpriced and
It is. I think their coffee's great. Honestly, I go there.
Okay, it's better than Dunkin'.
Oh yeah, every time you go to Dunkin' Donuts, you get a different coffee.
It's water. It's flavored water with some cream and sugar.
Yeah, I don't know, but Starbucks coffee, it's like I feel like it's actually real. So that's
Where's there a Starbucks around here?
Johnston and Smithfield.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was further away. Okay, I'm sorry. So no.
Yeah. So they got the little foam on top. You see it at Dunkin' too, right? They call it cold foam.
Oh, I saw the.
Yeah, it looks like looks like that. So they basically made a whipped version out of olive oil, and it's supposed to cleanse your gut. But I think it does that a little too well because, like, yeah, I don't even want to get into detail, but I mean, it's just like, yeah. Like, you know how you drink a coffee, you gotta go to the bathroom after?
Oh yeah, it's a diuretic.
It's like accelerated.
Oh,
And
the
oil,
super shits.
Oil, yeah. Disgusting. Like, people were making TikToks about it. They were saying, like, it was the worst experience ever. Like, they had to run to the bathroom.
I need to find the guy who came up with that, and I need to slap him. Like, or shake him vigorously. What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
This is not a good idea.
I heard people put butter in coffee in some countries, but
What?
yeah.
I remember when I worked at the restaurant, in the morning when I went there to, I don't know, paint or do something, there were these great guys from Guatemala, and I didn't know if they were messing with me or not, but when they made coffee, they would always put a pinch of salt in there. Not a pinch, or maybe a punch. But he said it took away the bitterness. And those guys messed with me 24/7, and they were great. They were hilarious.
They do it. Is there something about drinking like salt water and that helps you retain your water, or does that make you more dehydrated?
I would assume, no, the salt water makes you more dehydrated. That's why if you're in the ocean, like, you're thirsty, you don't drink the salt water because you're just going to kill yourself faster.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. It must be for the bitterness then.
I just didn't. Yeah, no, it was later on I actually learned, yeah, no, apparently that was a thing. But I wouldn't do it for a while because...
I want to try that now.
Yeah, it's just you do it not in your coffee, but you just do it in the coffee grounds and you let the water...
Oh.
Yes, yeah, no, don't put the salt in your coffee.
I thought you were saying put the salt in your coffee.
No,
pinch of salt.
They mixed it in with the grounds and then they brewed it.
Oh, okay. I'm going to try that when I get home.
Let me know how they work.
Immediately.
Really, you drink coffee? A 4 o'clocks might cut off.
Yeah. It depends on the day. Like...
So, I work at a shop. We build cars.
Yeah.
And there's this guy that was being sued by Jaguar for making a C-type replica.
Oh, man.
I mean, we make replicas all the time, but Jaguar apparently had a huge problem with it, and they sued him, and they actually won. But now I'm reading it's completely been overturned.
Oh, good.
By the Court of Appeal in Stockholm. I mean, it's sweet.
Man.
So they got different things.
That FOMO would have sent me into depression if that was about my business. I would have been like, oh my gosh, we need to stop it all right now.
Wow. They held him, in the original thing, they held him liable for £450,000, and he had to destroy this replica C-type car. That's insanity. So, no, I'm just very happy to hear they overturned it, because that just blew my mind. Sorry, I'm probably going to cut that.
No, that's a good little story.
Blew my mind when
that is
went after him. I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Imitation's the highest form of flattery.
Yeah. Oh, you hear, Mike from Niche Income Twins, or like Niche Twins or something like that?
Is he the original brother that started it, or is it the twin that started his later?
I'm not sure, but I know he was calling someone out for copying him on Twitter.
No.
I was reading one of his things, and he was saying that someone having the name Income Twins is a copy.
But he's got the @income twins thing, I believe.
Yeah.
Everybody else is just, it's in that name thing.
Yeah. I see that so much today. It's like people are like trying to call other people out for copying each other when it's like there's already a million copycats of you. Like there's already people who have the same traffic as you.
No, I love the people today who are complaining about that.
Yeah.
Like, dude, your idea is not original in any way, shape, or form. It's been done 12,000 times over.
Yeah, I can definitely understand that, like, they've been successful and, like, they've been through this incredible journey and, like, that's their baby, so to say. And, like, you see a bunch of people coming in behind you with, like, the same ideas or, like, spins on it. It's definitely frustrating.
Right, but you can't also push your life on Twitter. Like, I create a blog, and this is what it makes, and this is how I do it, and this is how I do everything, and you just constantly tweet about that stuff. Do you not think that somebody's going to actually take that advice, do it, and then also write about it on Twitter?
Yeah.
It just boggles the mind.
I wanna start making tweets like mocking all of that stuff because like it's great information, but it is heavily regurgitated.
Yes.
Like
90% of the people that regurgitate the stuff don't even do the stuff that they regurgitate.
you need to take a cold shower. You need to go on a mental health walk at the end of the day. You need to wake up at 4 a.m. and take another cold shower, even though you already woke up. And it's just like you need to constantly be consistent. And if you're not working on something, get up and do something. And it's like,
that is an asshole. I scrolled 57 seconds and saw 100 people say that exact same thing. You're not original.
yeah. But it's hard to be original on Twitter. I'm trying to figure that out. I'm thinking about maybe just posting things that I find interesting. Like the other day, I took apart my Juul and fixed it.
What's a Juul?
The vape.
Oh, okay. Juul, sorry. Yep.
Yeah,
I was thinking.
because I like to mess with electronics, so I don't know.
Wait,
maybe I could
apart?
Yeah, maybe I could have like made a post of like each part and was like, hey, this does this and this does that, and that's how it works.
You got a pair of balls, bud. There was no way I would take that thing apart and then put it back together. And
Oh, I love it.
I'd be afraid that thing would explode my face.
I love it. Oh no, it's just the battery. As long as you don't stab it or bend it, it's not gonna blow up.
Well, the first time I actually rewired an extension cord,
Oh man.
it was at work, and my boss had called me. It's like, Mark, it caught fire. I don't know what I did. Son had to have been touching up.
My electric skateboard almost caught fire the other day.
Really?
I took it out for the first time this year because it was nice out. Went to the bike path. I got it in the back of my car. Right. I'm plugging in the. I don't have a switch for it, right, or an on-off switch. So I just use a jumper, basically, and I plugged the jumper into the charging port. Not thinking, because I was just like talking to my friend, and the charging port is the same as the jumper. So I basically shorted out the battery, like directly shorted it out, and it like flash melted the connections.
No.
Yeah. But then guess what?
There's more.
I still got it to work. I don't know how. Like the key was literally melted, but I plugged it into the other thing and it still ran because I was like, I want to ride it. I don't care. If it's metal on metal, it'll work. That happened the other day. Like, it flashed in my face, like a full 42 volts
That's nuts.
in like 80 amps.
Yeah.
Direct current.
So I definitely want to take apart more things like that, or like, oh God.
Yeah, that was a fun project.
Just be careful.
That was a very fun project. I remember building the battery. Oh my gosh, that was a nightmare. I was such an idiot. But I put the PCB for the battery on metal.
Okay.
Thing shorted right out. Lit up all of the wires. Red hot and evaporated off all the rubber coating. Like, that's how powerful this battery is. It's insane.
I don't know how you can. Yeah, no. I would never be an electrician because I'd be too afraid I'd zap myself. I mean, even at the shop, when I'm welding and I put the ground on, it was one time it arced to the other table and I got juiced. Oh, man.
I would lose my mind.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to learn how to weld. I gotta weld just send it and just try and weld the go-kart back together because that thing's a mess, and I just will start on that.
Yeah. Bring it to, I mean, one day we'll go to the shop. Just bring your project and.
Oh, well, my dad has his welder at home. But yeah, I would love to go to the shop and figure out how to weld.
Well, if you gotta weld,
do anything.
I mean, why don't you just use your father's welder?
Yeah, I know. I just haven't tried it yet. I gotta give it a shot.
You've never used the welder before?
No.
Oh my God. Is it a MIG or a TIG? Do you know? MIG is
it's the one that's not the.
It's
not
gun.
aluminum.
It's a gun.
Oh, it's a gun. It's a gun. Yeah. It's
Okay, that's a MIG.
Is it TIG the stick welder?
Yeah. No, stick welder is a stick welder.
Okay.
TIG is, it's just a little tungsten and a little head. There's no, like, gun.
Yeah. You ever use a spot welder?
Yeah.
I had to make one to build the battery, because all the cells are connected with nickel strips.
Oh, wow.
So I had to make a spot welder out of a car battery, a on-off solenoid, and then two pieces of copper as like the contacts, like really close to each other.
Yep.
And it makes a little spot.
Ding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I have to do that when we make battery boxes for the Jaguars. You can't get really in there with the welder, so use the spot welder because it at least has the...
It's not one of those like clamp ones though. It's like
That's awesome.
so expensive. So I had to build one.
If you ever look at Facebook Marketplace...
That's a good point. I should have bought a used one.
Holy hell. There's one I really want. And it's only like $150, but it's a stick, MIG, and TIG welder, I believe.
Oh, that might not be good though if it's all 3-in-1.
No, these things were made in the 80s.
Oh,
This thing is, it's heavy.
Oh, that's what I love about reselling things on eBay. You get to I get to take everything like apart and clean it, and I get to figure out like how it's made, and like everything is built so well. Like everything from that time period is just like incredible.
Wow.
And it still works.
Yeah.
It still works. Like I got a sewing machine for $5. The light bulb still works in it.
Is it a Singer?
Yes, it is. Did you look at my posting?
No, wait, when you put it up?
Oh yeah, I put it up. It's a Singer. Why? Is that one of the...
Yeah, I think Singer's, I think that's the manufacturer for sewing machines.
Oh.
The premier.
Oh, okay. So hopefully it'll sell.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what'd you put it up for? Sorry.
I think it was around $65 or...
So that's just the thing. You buy something for $5, flip it for 65.
Yeah.
That seems like a pretty good deal.
Oh yeah. In a month's time, Salvation Army is gonna hate me. they already know my face, and I keep asking them for graphic calculators.
You should just leave your number, your face and number. Any graphic calculators, call this guy. I'll take them all.
I wish I could do that, but they really don't seem like they care.
No, they don't. They're there for no. Yeah,
I've asked them. They're like, no, we don't have that. I'm like,
it's almost like the DMV. They don't care to help you.
Yeah.
They just want to move you along.
which is understandable. It's not really for people. It's more for people who need a discount.
Right. We live in America. This is a capitalistic society.
Yeah,
if
it
other
is.
people can't see that, wow, these things are very inexpensive, I wonder if I could sell it for more money and then come back and buy more things. I mean, people just spend their money differently. You got other people who consume things, and you got other people who invest.
I'm trying to move on to the investing side, because I started with, this stinks, but I was one of those people. I started with stocks, then I was like crypto, and now I'm like, okay, I need to actually do things to be able to make money instead of...
To put it in the stocks.
Yeah, I guess. I don't really want to do that. No, I'll put it all into Dogecoin, but I don't want to mess with stocks. I only like Dogecoin.
Okay, well, let me tell you, don't ever put all your eggs in one basket. There's a very good reason for that. You want to diversify, just like with
No, Elon Musk is going to implement Dogecoin into Twitter, X, and it's all going to be good.
I'm still fascinated by it being at, I don't know what it's at now, 7 cents. I'm just amazed it's over a penny.
Yeah, that's the thing. Once it gets high, people are going to sell, and it's going to go right down.
No. Yeah. That's how this whole thing works.
Yeah.
That's why when it goes high, and everybody and their brother's talking about it, and they buy into it.
You sell.
That's it.
That's
it's like
sell.
everyone starts talking about it, that's when you get out. But when everybody gets out, that's when you...
I want to accumulate some for when he implements it into Twitter.
Well, then buy some.
I know, I just been thinking about it. Have actually done it.
That's half the problem. Everybody loves to think about stuff. Nobody loves to actually do anything. Just like the affiliate video thing I want to make.
Maybe I should just sell items on eBay to invest in Dogecoin.
Can you get... Does eBay even... No, they don't have a Dogecoin payment.
No.
They don't have a crypto payment thing either,
I don't
right?
think so, but they probably will one day.
So I just read something that Google dropped their mobile-friendly, the page speed, the secure sites, and the page experience as like a retired, antiquated ranking system when they ranked your website. 'Cause that was always a big thing for me, was page speed. They even said actually Amazon, if it took like 0.7 seconds more to load a page, they lose millions of dollars. So page speed was like a huge factor, but I guess Google's not pushing that where they rank you in the search results, which is pretty good because sometimes now I've been Googling things and I don't even get nearly what I want.
So probably have a boost on my site right now as is.
That's what I'm thinking. I think I should really start pushing more content on my site. I kind of let it go and let it do its own thing. I mean, I added a couple of things every month, but nothing major and nothing really consistent.
Yeah.
But now that Google's really trying to figure out what the hell it wants to do, I think that last time that my site got dinged, that I can bring it back because they don't even care about the AI content. And I know you can now really pound that stuff out. There's a cool app I saw. What the hell was it? Pineapple or shit?
I wish I could get images of people playing kendama from AI.
Wait,
Might be able to now.
that's what I was thinking since that new Mid-Journey came out.
I was going to mention that too. I've been putting a weekly or AI image of the week from Midjourney in my newsletter.
Oh, look.
And I've just been getting them all from Midjourney because they're incredible. Like the pictures of people
Yes.
blow my mind. They look real. They look totally real.
I saw some pictures of the Pope. The Pope, he's playing basketball. He's with like 4 hot women with glasses on.
Yeah.
It looks legit.
Yeah.
It's legit.
Yeah.
Shit.
They fixed the hands too. It looks.
Yes, and the eyes. You don't got some weird looking eyes. The hands were always my thing.
I feel like they did that on purpose, like back in the day. Not back in the day, like a couple months ago. I feel like they put those blocks in because people weren't getting perfect faces, but it was just really hard to do. So I feel like they put those blocks in to not make it as scary, and they're like slowly releasing this to the public.
Or you just have to be super, super specific to get what you want.
And they made
I think
it
it's the
less
prompts.
specific. Yeah.
That's what it seems like. It seems like they really kind of dumbed things down. Plus, with all the extensions you can have now, that AI PRM and all the other stuff, you can do anything. And
Insane.
I love it. I don't have to come up with any prompts.
Keyboard and mouse, like,
Practically.
yeah. Oh, I heard that McDonald's is laying off a bunch of people. So it's not just like the tech companies like Google and
Oh,
everyone's laying off workers.
yeah, we got a hell of an economic crash coming.
I feel like I heard this somewhere, but I don't know if I did or not. So, like, have you ever heard that if McDonald's is laying off workers, you know something bad is, like, about to happen?
See, that was actually never my thing. My whole thing to kind of stress test the economy was pallets. I would find pallet manufacturers, and if they
Smart.
if they didn't have a lot of pallets being sold, or they weren't making a lot, then yeah, something's wrong with the economy, and shit's about to happen. That was always my thing. That was my indicator, was the pallet
Yeah,
manufacturing.
I don't know. Have you ever heard about that McDonald's thing? Because McDonald's is, like, such a big company, and, like, they're producing food dirt cheap, so, like, their margins are high. So, like, if they're laying off workers, then something's wrong.
Yeah. Or maybe I actually read with the McDonald's thing, with the layoffs, they're doing something to their burgers. I thought the article said they were making it taste better.
Man, well, I don't know if we should bring this up or not, but have you heard about there's a big push for lab-grown food now?
Oh yeah, but the problem is that's actually been a thing for a while.
It has.
They lost a metric F ton of money, because it's not cost effective. When the food pyramid changes and they're trying to tell you now that the cereal like Fruity Pebbles is healthier than steak.
Oh, they're so good, though. I love Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, they're amazing, but it's not healthier than a steak. You need red meat. And they're trying to push all this other bullshit on you. I'm not buying it. Like, something's wrong. There's a crazy paradigm shift, and I can't wait till AI takes over.
Yeah. I feel like it went pretty good.
Yeah, we kind of touched upon everything. A little crazy episode. Hope you kind of enjoy it. If you don't, keep the comments to yourself, and if you do, let us know. You can do it on Twitter.
No, if you don't enjoy it, leave a bad comment, because we have no comments.
Well, that's it for this week's episode of Coffee Milk. I'm Mark Laporte.
I'm Mitch DiPaolo.
The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts.